Why are you such a little meanie? Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' books. First up, I have probably the smallest little haul I've ever had. Oh, I do have 2 ebooks as well. The first ebook is by an indie author, is Vile Artistry. It is book 1 of the Nightling Grimoire trilogy by June Chevalier. I'm so sorry, June. I'm the worst. I believe that this is young adult, if memory serves me, and I apologize, June, if I'm incorrect. The description says, Lilia, a girl with the ability to transform into shadow, is banished from her tribe and finds herself a new home under the foster care of a lord. Her recklessness soon causes her to make a mistake, which results in her tribe's safety being compromised. Her lord father is then tasked with locating her tribe under the pressure of the Inquisition. Lilia is thus torn between 2 choices, redeeming herself by saving her tribe from destruction or saving her stepfather who has taken her and loved her as his own. For if he refuses to take up the task, he would be accused of protecting outlaws and is thus liable to death by hanging. Atmospheric, dark, and brooding, Vile Artistry takes you into a fantasy world with gothic elements where partisan politics are gnawing at the kingdom of Norence's glory, the Inquisition becoming a centralized force undermining local governments and creatures of the night roaming freely. So there we go. The next ebook that I got is Heartbeat Braves by Pamela Sanderson, and that is for Indigathon that is coming up in November. That's the group book. So I went ahead and got the ebook of that. And then I talked about this book, but I just showed you guys like a screenshot because I didn't have it yet for my last book haul, and I just have to show it because it's so pretty. It is the Puffin Clothbound Classics of Wuthering Heights. Oh my good God. It is so pretty. I can't even deal. Like, oh my Jesus. And then the end papers are this beautiful pink with the birds. And there's a little, what am I trying to say? Fucking ribbon, Jesus Christ. And yeah, I just love it. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Like I saw the picture, of course. When I pulled it out of the package, I legit gasped. I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. And they have other ones too. It's a newer, well, at least this one. I think this one was printed this year. Yeah, reissued in this edition 2020. So there's other books in this, like in this edition also. I don't know which ones though. But yeah, fucking gorgeous. I can't even deal. And then these other 2 books, these other 2 physical books, were gifted to me by a subscriber, and it was just so fucking nice and so kind. So thank you very much, Michael. You are greatly appreciated. This was completely unnecessary, as I told you, but thank you, thank you, thank you. The first book that Michael sent me was House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. I'm probably gonna get it in paperback too whenever it's available in paperback. I don't think it's available yet. I'm so excited. And I want to reread it already. And so I probably will reread it in the relatively near future, probably by the end of the year, and then tab up my copy. I'm so excited. Yay. Thank you, thank you. And then Michael himself, he doesn't really own books at all. He reads a lot of ebooks, and I think he said the library he utilizes also. So owning books is not a thing that he does. But this year he read a book that was his favorite book of the year, one of, if not his absolute favorite book of all time. And so he bought himself a copy. It's the only book he owns, and he was talking to me about it and wanted me to read it. So he sent it to me. And that is Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I've seen this one going around, and honestly, he was asking me like if I'd heard of it, and I was like, I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it's about. And then he sent it to me, and it sounds so interesting. I was like reading the description, I was like, oh, that's what this is? That sounds really good. I don't know what I thought it was. I have no idea. But yeah, it's like a robbery gone wrong. And the story is following all of the different characters, all the different people that are being held hostage. I think it's in a bank. Yeah, failed bank robber. And yeah, it just sounds so cool. It's describing like a couple of the different people. And it says, each of them carries a lifetime of grievances, hurts, secrets, and passions that are ready to boil over. None of them is entirely who they appear to be. And all of them, the bank robber included, desperately crave some sort of rescue. As the authorities and the media surround the premises, these reluctant allies will reveal surprising truths about themselves and set in motion a chain of events so unexpected that even they can hardly explain what happens next. Humorous, compassionate, and wise, Anxious People is an ingeniously constructed story about the enduring power of friendship, forgiveness, and hope, the things that save us, even in the most anxious of times. Sounds hella good. I've heard good things about it, not just from him, from other people also. And I've only read one Fredrik Backman, and that was the freaking Christmas one, and I liked it. I own it. It's a little novella, though. So I haven't read a full novel by Fredrik Backman. So this will be my first novel by him, and I'm pretty jazzed to check it out because it sounds really cool, really interesting. So thank you again, Michael. And I think that's it. I don't think I got any other ebooks. Did I? Probably not. I don't get ebooks a lot. Oh, and one that is on its way to me, but I don't know when it's going to be here. And I always say this, but this year this has not been the case. I don't plan on buying any other books in the near future. So I'll talk about this one too, that's on its way to me. And I had from work, I had like a Walmart gift card, and I was like, what the heck am I gonna get? I don't know. And I was like, I could get something boring and like for the house, or I don't know, like use it to get like paper towels. I was like, that's stupid. Who wants to do that with free money, right? So I bought a book. I bought Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. Now, and part of the reason, too, that I wanted to use the gift card for this is I didn't want to spend my own money, simply because I don't love buying books that I haven't read before. I try not to, especially by authors that aren't like, oh my God, I know I love them. I've only read Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse, and I did not hate this book by any means. It was just very middle of the road for me. I wanted to love it so much. The premise sounded great, but there were just I can't even remember what it was. There wasn't anything in particular that I remember rubbing me the wrong way or anything like that. I think I liked the main character, generally speaking. And yeah, I just remember being very like, meh, okay. And I didn't care to pick up the second book, but this one just sounds so awesome. So I definitely wanted to check it out, and I'm going to use it for one of the prompts for Indigathon as well. I'm sure you have heard people talk about it because it's everywhere right now because it just released this month. But I'll give a brief overview. So the little blurb says, from the New York Times bestselling author of Star Wars Resistance Reborn, I don't think that's what she's the most known for, is it? At any rate, comes the first book in the Between Earth and Sky trilogy, inspired by the civilizations of the pre-Columbian Americas and woven into a tale of celestial prophecies, political intrigue, and forbidden magic. But yeah, I'm highly anticipating this, and I just hope I love it. I hope I love it. And that's all the books, currently. Do the emoji thing if you'd like to say hello, but don't have any thoughts on these books. But if you do have thoughts on these books, let me know. If you've read any of them and have thoughts, opinions, comments, concerns. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.